I'm Lindsay.
And I'm Matt.
We own Yardbird.
We've been in this business for a long time. I mean, I think every chef and front of house person eventually wants to open their own business. Doesn't want to work for the man anymore.
We've been working on the business plan forever, and Hong Kong just sort of presented itself, and we couldn't really say no to the opportunity.
Yeah. Space came up, the right people were here. I'd already been here for a few years working in the business here, and I understood the market. It's kind of the time to just take a chance, and it worked. When we built the restaurant, one of the main things that we wanted to do was to include all the things we love in our life inside of that box. You know, we spend the majority of our days here, the majority of our nights here. To separate it, separate our lives from it completely would be weird. Graphics and the whole design aspect of everything is, I think it goes hand in hand as well with a restaurant. I mean, the way this restaurant is designed is to be really minimal, kind of like a retail shop where you're just meant to focus on what's in front of you and not really on necessarily the design of the restaurant.
We never planned on just being a restaurant. We've always had bigger ideas.
We're really social people. They're really just focused on our friends and enjoying our lives rather than just money.
We never approached it in a very institutionalized way, He didn't go to culinary school. I never went to hotel management school. We kind of just figured it out along the way and took what we wanted from every job we had and then made it our own. I went to art school. I moved from one part of Canada to another to go to art school and ended up working at the same skate and snow store as Matt.
The kind of people that a skate shop attracts to work there, to hang out there, it's kind of similar to the F&B business. In a skate shop, I started working there for free. You start lacing shoes or whatever, and it's the same thing in a kitchen. You generally will start working somewhere for free if it's somewhere you want to be. And it's the same thing. So you grow into this, you really learn every part of the business because you start at the bottom.
There's always an element of fun, party, and community. We're not lazy people. We're not interested in cutting corners or doing things because it's cheaper or finding an easier way. I think we both appreciate that, our staff has become our family. They feel it, and then they translate that love we have for them to our guests,
A restaurant is just a collection of details. It's just everything has to be paid attention to. There's nothing really that's unimportant. So it's the details that make the whole experience kind of complete.
Any success that a business person can have is how you treat others, regardless of if that's your staff, your customer, your suppliers, anyone. Nobody wants to support somebody who's disrespectful.
We're not compromising. We don't do anything we don't want to do. I think that's something me and Lindsay always done through our whole lives, is we found what we want to do, we focused on it, and we just didn't care what anyone thought, and we just did it. People would love it if we took reservations. People would probably love it if I put sushi on the menu, but it's just not what we're interested in doing. It doesn't necessarily make the place better or worse, but this is what we do, and this is what we want to do, and this is what we know to do best. My recommendations if someone wants to get into the F&B industry is you just need to work. I don't recommend going to school. I don't recommend paying someone to teach you about the F&B industry. The F&B industry is all about experience. It's all about dealing with people and problem solving. Because the only way you really understand the business is if you start from the bottom. And both of us have done every single job in a restaurant. You can be sensitive and you can really you have a lot more understanding of what everybody's doing.
The quality is more important. The people that I've seen succeed extremely well in this business are the ones who worked at their own restaurant for years.
They kept control.
They kept their control until they had a team that was so solid they could walk away from it to focus on another project.
A lot of people just start with this idea of like, I'm gonna open 6 restaurants, you know, and they don't even know how to open one. This is about love. This is about this is really about just like loving what you do and working your ass off. I mean, like, you're not gonna see your friends, you know, like people don't understand. Like you don't run the same schedule as everybody. You don't see your friends, you don't see your family. You have to love it, or else it's gonna ruin your life pretty much.
I just, started as a busser, worked my way up, and took everything I possibly could. Just was a sponge for like almost 4 years.
There's just nothing not worth learning. You know, it doesn't matter what it is. It's so much about seeing the mistakes that other people make and learning not to do those. I think it's just the experience that is our mentor. Whatever experiences we've had, those are our mentors, you know, like those are like, even from the customers, you know. Well, she had to deal much more than I have, but, you know, when you have difficult people to deal with and how to approach them,